The seventh year of Governor Babagana Umara Zulum's purposeful leadership is being celebrated throughout every corner of Borno State and beyond, as every resident has experienced the positive impact of his exemplary governance. His developmental strides span all sectors, extending well beyond physical infrastructure. The Zulum-led administration has ensured that most ministries, departments, and agencies have been reinvigorated and restructured for enhanced effectiveness and greater efficiency. This enables them to fulfill their essential roles in restoring Borno to its former glory. Among the ministries that have undergone a complete transformation under Governor Zulum's visionary leadership is the Ministry of Justice. Given the ministry's importance and influence in shaping government policies and programs, it has, under the leadership of Barrister Hawa Abubakar, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, witnessed profound transformation in every respect. In her address on the successes achieved by Governor Zulum over his 7 years in office, Barrister Hawa Abubakar explained how the governor provided her with full support and backing to transform the ministry into a fully digitized entity.
I would like to, with immense pride and deep gratitude, that I reflect on the 7 remarkable years of His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum's leadership. As it relates to my ministry, which is the Ministry of Justice, we have seen a lot of transformation under the leadership of His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum. With his support, we were able to achieve a lot of things, and we're still on the path of achieving a lot. We have witnessed transformation such as digital transformation. The governor has consistently championed the rule of law, ensuring that our legal institutions are strengthened and empowered to serve every citizen of the state in the best possible manner. The digitalization of the Ministry of Justice, I see it as something that is just, that has to be done. When you look at the dynamics and how the world is evolving, we have to come to terms with the fact that we have to face out doing things manually. There are a lot of impacts that comes with digitalization. Transparency, accountability, it is the research work of a lawyer, a state counsel, and that goes to hastening decision makings. For me, when I came in and assumed office, that was the first thing that came to my mind, that okay, we need this place digitalized. One, for accountability, like I mentioned earlier, for transparency, for speedy decision making, and for even institutional records itself. You were part of the state when we went through the devastating floods, and you have seen how a lot of documents were washed away by the flood. So for such reasons, digitalizations are inevitable. We just have to come to terms with it. I don't see it as anything special out of the ordinary. It is a standard that we have to have in place.
The Attorney General further stated that the ministry's transformation did not stop at digitization alone. It also encompassed a comprehensive reform of the administration of criminal justice and the juvenile justice system within the state. Barrister noted that one of our primary concerns is the plight of children who lost their parents during the insurgency and now require care and support. Consequently, the reform of the juvenile justice system, particularly juvenile rehabilitation, is critical to securing lasting peace in Borno State.
Among our achievements is the significant improvement in bringing justice closer to the doorstep of a common man, and most especially the vulnerable members of our society, including internally displaced persons who have suffered the trauma of insurgency and what have you. For juvenile justice, Governor Zulum's 7 years administration in Borno, like we have said in the beginning of this, is nothing short of transformation. From the ashes of insurgency, has helped rebuild a state that stands tall with renewed hope and dignity, and across all sectors, not only Ministry of Justice, education, health, infrastructure, and his administration has delivered and continued to deliver with uncommon commitment and selflessness. What truly sets His Excellency's leadership apart is his hand-on approach to governance. He has personally visited community. He's always at the forefront when there are attacks in remote areas. And that goes to show our challenges. But again, these challenges did not deter the government from serving its people, both in the justice sector and in otherwise. Coming to juvenile sector, it's one of the areas that I'm keen about to see that we have transformed our juvenile justice system. We have a lot of minors in the state that roams about the streets. Some goes to school, some don't even have access to education. The government tries as much as it can, like build a lot of schools, but sometimes we have to go extra miles. And how do we go extra miles? By getting a standard juvenile rehabilitation center in the school. And that will go to not only rehabilitate minors, but educate them, take care of their psychosocial well-being. Because a lot of us, not only the minors in the state, have gone through traumas during this insurgency and after it. And most of these children, they don't have parents. Maybe they were killed during the atrocities committed by the insurgents. Or they don't even have a responsible guidance. What do you expect of them? Nobody to guide them. So I am glad to mention to you that the government has recognized that there is a need for us to have a standard juvenile rehabilitation center. If you were at the budget presentation at the State House of Assembly, His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum mentioned it. And we are working and looking forward to have a standard juvenile center in the state that will take care of our children, because these are the leaders of tomorrow. So these are some of the transformation that we are so keen about, and the government is so keen and determined to see that it work towards it and to put all possible measures to have it sustained.
The rise in clashes, coupled with the activities of certain criminal groups known as Malians and other similar elements, is a source of grave concern not only to the government but also to the peace of Borno State's citizens, who are still recovering from years of insurgency. In response, the government has established a high-level committee to combat this menace under the leadership of the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Hawa Abubakar. Since the committee commenced its work, the people of Maiduguri have witnessed a significant reduction in this problem. Thus, what is the secret behind this success? Barrister Hawa Abubakar offered further clarification.
Alhamdulillah, we have achieved a lot and we're still achieving in collaboration with all the members of the committee. The police, the DSS, in fact, all the security agencies are part of the committee. And this approach is a bold one, and the determination that brings every aspect of the governance goes to show how each and every aspect of representation of an organization is there in the committee. Recognizing that a peaceful society cannot thrive where moral decay is left unchecked. He has championed a multi-pronged approach that combines enforcement. That's where the security agencies comes in with operations, rehabilitation, which I have just spoken about, working towards getting a standard rehabilitation center, and community engagement. That's by engaging our traditional leaders, our community leaders, to all come together. That goes to show that we need to collectively challenge this decay of immorality, of criminal activities, of our children roaming around the street, being susceptible to drugs, and you see a lot of juvenile delinquencies. So I think the recognition to come up with this committee to fight all these things that we have mentioned is one of the best for me, because no matter how the government works towards rebuilding Borno, if we have those that are not, being properly guided by the government, by the community, we're still going back to square one. So through collaboration with relevant agencies, traditional institutions, and religious leaders, we have worked together to curb the spread of drug abuse, juvenile delinquencies, and other social ills that threaten the fabric of our communities. And the Ministry of Justice has played an active role in supporting a legal framework that addresses these vices decisively, while also ensuring that offenders, rather than just punishment, we recognize that they need to be corrected, rehabilitated, and be guided collectively by all of us. We're making progress, and we remain committed to continue to fight the ills in our society and to rebuild Borno, where our children can grow up in safety, dignity, and hope, inshallah.
Commenting on Governor Zulum's leadership style, the Commissioner for Justice described him as an exceptional leader who genuinely has his people's best interests at heart. This is why all who work with him derived even greater confidence and motivation.
I always say this, and I don't apologize for repeating and emphasizing it over and over again. I will continue to reiterate that his kind of leadership is what we need in Nigeria. He's an exceptional leader. He leads from the heart, with his people in his heart. Determination, courage, going to, being at the forefront to go to see his people whenever there are either political or socio-political challenges. That goes to say how much courageous he is. His focus to see that the security challenges in our state has come to an end is a focus that you really find in a lot of our leaders today. His determination to rebuild Borno better state goes to say a lot about the exceptionality of his leadership. I will go on and on and on to say much about his leadership, but I want to strongly believe that as citizen of Borno, you as citizen of Borno, and every other citizens of Borno, unless if that person doesn't want to be fair to His Excellency, we all can attest to the kind of leadership, the sacrifice, the determination, the focus, the courage he put into his leadership to see that Borno State has turned better again.
As the 2027 election draws nearer, the Chief Law Officer urged the people of Borno State to remain peaceful and law-abiding throughout all political activities.
My message to the good people of Borno in this 7th year, remarkable 7th year in office of His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, which the Democracy Day. To the wonderful and resilient people of Borno State, I bring you warm greetings on this Democracy Day and join you in celebrating 7 remarkable years of outstanding leadership under His Excellency, the Governor, Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, which has shown extraordinary strength in the face of adversity. We all are, as citizens, the resilient good people of Borno, have shown extraordinary strength in the face of adversity, and our courage continue to inspire the governor, inspire the government itself, and inspire all of us to hope for better tomorrow. I urge us all to remain hopeful, remain united, and continue to support the vision of peaceful, prosperous, and just Borno, so that together, collectively, we can rebuild Borno better again. Let all of us remain law-abiding, especially now that we are sighting into political activities, campaigns towards election. I want us to be peaceful, to be law-abiding, to be orderly, because we should always have at the back of our mind that this is the place we call our state, our home. And it is the responsibility of all of us, not only the government, that we make sure that we have a peaceful state, that our security is intact, and that nothing that peace does not bring, that or violence or other sort of atrocities will bring. So I call on all of us to be law-abiding, pre-election, during election, and post-election. May Allah grant us all the wisdom to rebuild Borno better and stronger again. Thank you.